Sure. Okay. Well, I started this process of looking for a home about, I looked just online randomly for about a year. And I lived in Nashville, Tennessee. And I knew I wanted to move back to California because I've been here my whole life, moved away for some years, and wanted to come back. When I came back, I wanted to do so into a house that I had purchased. So that's a scary experience because you're long distance. You can't just, pound the pavement. You really need to have an advocate. And I wasn't really sure how to go about doing that. So I can't remember the website, or I want to say it was Trulia, but I don't remember because I looked at a few. So I saw in a little advertising, little pop-up and whatnot that you have in the app, which is in the app. And I saw Diana's name, and I thought, okay. So what I did, like I do with most things, is I looked at her reviews first and foremost because I rely on those. And I noticed, like, right off the bat, she had a lot of good reviews. And usually there's some polarity, but not with her. It was, like, consistently good. So, but I saw that she did a few different types of things. Real estate agent in the classic sense, and then, being a broker on behalf of a buyer and so forth. And so, I had left her a message via the app. And she got back to me so quickly, it was almost dizzying because I wasn't really expecting such a quick reply back. So I was both impressed and somewhat terrified at the same time. But so I started talking to her, and I'm not sure what it is she has. I don't think it's something you can learn. I think you either have it or you don't. She had a way of making me feel very calm in a very tense and stressful situation. So she also was very straightforward with me, so I never felt like she was trying to sell me something. I felt more like she was working with me collaboratively to find a home. It was a very different vibe than I expected. It really helped me a lot. So we started talking. It was very vague at first, and then it got more and more focused once I kind of figured out what I could do and what I wanted, because that was part of the battle. I knew I wanted a home. That was about it. I knew I wanted a home. I knew I wanted California, and I knew I wanted the Visalia area. So we just talked, and again, this is me in Nashville and her here in Visalia. We did all of this. And, she did the typical, pre-workup stuff that you do. And so it came to a point where it was approaching the beginning of the year, and at that point you're faced with, okay, the year's going to turn over, prices are going to change. And so it was sort of a decision time. And I'm a single parent and of limited finances, I said, okay, well, Dana, this is what I've got to do. I want to go out there and I want to see houses, but I'm not going to be able to do so more than once. And I'm only going to have a couple of days to do it. There's a lot of pressure on her. But she lined up houses. I'm not kidding. She lined up properties that she knew would work with me, not just from a financial standpoint, but from like a safety standpoint. She remembered I was a single parent. She remembered that, I needed a good school. She put all of this in her mind and was so strategic on what she chose. And it never felt like the bottom line was money with her. It really was, I want to make sure that you're in a home that will work for you, that will work for your family. And it's incredibly important for me to have felt that from someone, because you feel very alone in the process as it is. So she did just that. I flew out from Nashville to California, and she had some properties ready for me to see. Some are great, some not as great. It happens. And we found one that was like the ideal situation for me, and it was the first day I was out here. And there were a couple of other people that had an interest in this house, and so of course I was really nervous because it didn't have a lot to go down, or a lot to put down, and I was just a single person. I didn't know, maybe there were couples, it could be, I don't know. So she just really went to bat for me, and it was just an amazing. We ended up qualifying. We ended up outbidding. It worked out. So we did that when I was out here, and then of course after they agreed to my offer, I went back to Nashville. That kind of starts a whole new stress level because as a first-time buyer, I'm like, great. So what do I do now from here? And she would call me almost every day. She would text me almost every day. This is where we're at. This is what's going on. Hey, can you send this? We can do this digitally. We can do this. I can send you this. I'm not kidding. She was, for someone so far away, she was a constant presence the entire time. It was above and beyond I could have ever thought anyone would do. And I'm not just saying that because there's someone asking me. I've actually said this to multiple people who have just asked me about buying long distance like that. And so this is really just, I'm still kind of surprised and shocked at it. But she was there. And after everything was done, and the day to move came, I drove from Nashville to Visalia, California, just me and my dog, because my son had to stay behind to finish school. It was a very interesting cross-country trip by yourself. And I ended up getting here a couple days later, it and it was late. I don't know how late. It was like 8:30, 9 o'clock. And she waited. She made sure that she was here when I got here so that I would have a key and that I'd be able to get in and that I had a friendly face when I left here. Not only that, she had like a care package ready for me when I got here. Yeah, I'm not kidding. She was unbelievably amazing. Because it's scary, coming to a new house is scary. Coming to a new house, I don't have my son. I just have me and my little pug. She's not going to do much to help me. And, she just, like I said, it was absolutely amazing experience and one that I don't think I would ever be able to do without her. And I mean that in the most sincere way ever. I was very affected by it in a very positive way. It was very, I have a lot of anxiety just inherently, just how I am and who I am. And I'm still surprised that it was just incredible. I really don't even know that I have the right eloquence for it. It was just incredible. Yeah. Oh, yeah, and that's what I was afraid of. I was afraid I would just get some real estate agent that would really not, with limited, especially with limited resources, and a fairly challenging situation. I was scared. I was going to basically find somebody that would try to get rid of me quickly, because it would be a lot of effort, but not necessarily the best return, and that's just not what happened at all. It's just, you know, and I tell people if they move out here, I don't know a lot of people moving out here, not because of any other reason than most of the people I know have kind of settled and have their houses and are spread out throughout the state. But, you know, I told anybody, if you're wanting to move out here, this is the person you need to contact. Because it really doesn't matter what your situation is. She's going to figure something out, and she's going to do it in a way that isn't assuming, and that is really just completely truthful and very respectful. It's just, you just really, I just tell people, you really just have to go to her because there's no other option in my mind. Oh, thank you. Girl. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh, yeah. Oh, of course. I mean, and I hope people find her. Sometimes you don't even know where to look. And I hope people can find her because I think she's really capable of helping a lot of people. So I hope people can find her. Oh, that's awesome. You too. Thank you. Take it easy. All right, bye.